Hello everyone, welcome back to the second channel. As always, I have a bunch of topics that I want to discuss today. A video will be time-stamped, of course. And then, sorry for any background noise or dust particles that may occur. And let's get into it. First up, I'm going to be reacting to the music video for Lorde's song, Oceanic Feeling.
It's a blue day. We could jump a lead. I hit that water. Think about my father.
I'm just wondering if this is her brother in the back because she has a lyric to her brother, so it will kind of be like a nice coincidence, but I'm not 100% sure if it's him. Maybe it's just some random guy, I don't know.
When he was a boy, could go fishing. Sliding the knife under the skin. Grateful for this offering, little brother. Think you're an angel. Baby boy, you're super cool. I know you're scared. All will be revealed in time. Can you hear the waves and the cicadas all around? But if I have a daughter, does she have my widow's speak? My wicked sleep. Does she split it out with her lover? Like a mother. Cherry black lipsticks gathering dust. I don't need her anymore. Is that to breathe? Is that to breathe? I still haven't been found. Taking it 1 year at a time. Here's the wood brought in by the I know you show me when it's time to take off my robe and step into the choir.
Okay, so my thoughts on this overall, I enjoyed it for what it was. There was something so calming and still about it, which is exactly how the song makes me feel. I looked it up and it was her brother, so I was right. So I thought that that was kind of cool in an aspect. I like the scenery. I'm pretty sure that she said that all of the videos from this era have been filmed on the same island, which would make a lot of sense to me. But overall, I could definitely appreciate this thing for what it was. Would it have been more nice for it to have a little bit more scenery, for it to be a little bit more dynamic in terms of that? Sure. But for what the song is, once again, I'm honestly not mad at it, and I can enjoy myself watching the video. Now I'm going to be reacting to Flo's Summertime music video.
Everybody say green.
Summertime is a vibe, doing what we do. Mine and mine, so I don't care about you. Lean a brag, deep in my bag, so I don't care about you. Keep me on some real heat, with my crew looking cute in my two-piece. Wanna party, wanna wild out, wanna dance to the beat till I pass out. Me and my girls are going in this summer, rolling, rolling in the back of the Hummer. We gon' do anything we wanna. You see me on some real heat, with my crew looking cute in my two-piece. Party, wanna wild out,
What? So I'm about to pass. Yeah.
It's fun.
Okay, so my thoughts on this music video, I really enjoyed it. It was so much fun to watch. I really liked the feel of it. You can tell that they were just having a great time all together. The scenery was great. I just really liked how playful it is. Really matched the song in my opinion, and I still think that that is the best song on the entire EP. But the EP in itself is great. Definitely check it out if you have not already, I will say. But really great music video. Excited to see what they do in the future. That Mariah is doing another live performance, which is very exciting. In terms of the details, it says, on September 24th, I'm teaming up with Global Citizen to call on world leaders and corporations to empower women and girls, take climate action, and end extreme poverty. And for those who cannot go like myself, there is some good news. This is going to be live streamed. In terms of the details for that, it says the concert will be broadcast and streamed on ABC, ABC News Live, FX, Hulu, iHeartRadio, Twitter, YouTube, and other outlets. So this is very exciting that Mariah is starting to do a few more performances. And now all I need her to do is announce another album, hopefully, and another tour, or maybe she can just tour. Like, I just want to see her live so badly. She's my favorite artist of all time, so I hope that she does one last tour because I just have to see that. I'm still very excited to watch this performance and see what she's gonna do. I feel like she's probably only gonna do like 3-4 songs. Like, I could probably guess what the set list is gonna be. It's probably gonna be like a Hero, Vision of Love, I would guess. She could do like Always Be My Baby if she wants, or she could do Big Energy remix, or maybe just Fantasy if she wants to, but I don't really see her doing that. Basically, I feel like she's just going to do the classics, which is fine. Still very excited, and I will be watching and hopefully giving my review soon on this channel. But something fun, just wanted to put this out there in case other Mariah fans did not know about it, so you can get ready for it. Okay, so something just happened that I had to add into this video, but Taylor Swift literally just announced a new album. I was editing this video, I looked down at my phone, and then because I have her post notifications turned on, I saw she posted something, and then boom, new album. So the information is on the screen right above me, of course. Just a collection of songs written in the middle of the night. So I'm honestly really excited to listen to this. I feel like it was my last video on here. I was saying Taylor Swift been in too many controversies, released some music to remind me how great you are. And finally, she is releasing something new for us. And I definitely think she wanted to release the 1989 and Speak Now re-recordings, but I think it's like legal issues. I know at least for 1989 that's why she can't release it and everything, so I guess she's giving us this in the meantime, which I'm happy with, but really excited to hear what this is going to sound like. I'm already claiming track 2 and track 13. She's never missed on a track 2, and 13 is her lucky number, so that's what I'm gonna go with. Something that I wanted to add is this is literally getting released 4 days before my birthday, so I'm literally gonna have new Taylor Swift music on my birthday, so I already won in that regard. And as people have said, one thing Taylor Swift gonna do is make sure that her fans eat. Like, she's always releasing stuff, so I'm excited for this. I wonder if there's gonna be another re-recording coming out before the end of the year. We'll have to see with the legal things, but I really was not expecting this. I had to add this in. And now I am going to recap all the videos I made on my main channel, Anastasia25, last month, and this channel as well. The first video that I did was my reaction to Anita Baker's Giving You the Best That I Got album. It took me around 2 hours and 30 minutes to edit. So I actually filmed this the day before the 4th of July, so on July 3rd, and you know with 4th of July, a lot of people start popping fireworks the day before, and they'll even pop them like a week after, which is ridiculous. I don't care for 4th of July as a holiday. It is what it is. In fact, I made a tweet and a TikTok that said the only 4th of July I acknowledge is the Mariah Carey song, and I stand by that. But yeah, I could kind of hear that a little bit while I was filming. Like, it wasn't absolutely like super loud. You can kind of hear it, but this was back when I was filming videos on my iPad. And one thing I liked about filming videos on my iPad is that it captures exactly what I'm saying, but it really blocks out the background noise well. So I don't think that that appeared in the video, but yeah, that was something that was kind of annoying to deal with, and I had to get that video done that day. That's why I didn't wait. If I would have waited the next day, it was already 4th of July, so then I would have had to wait like a day after that. And like I said, people pop them like a week afterwards sometimes, and that's what they were doing where I live. So that was an entire thing to do with in itself. But my first edit got copyright claimed, I believe, and then the second edit, there was something weird that happened with the video. There was like this glitching at this one specific part, which is odd, and then it bothered me enough to want to go back and fix it. So all I had to do was just export the video again in Final Cut Pro, and it was okay. But yeah, that was kind of odd. I don't know if that has ever happened to me in a video before, but that was a fun video to make. I really appreciate her music, and so I'm glad that I got to do another video on her. The thumbnail was kind of tricky. Some thumbnails can be more challenging than others for a variety of reasons, but I was luckily able to make it work. And it kind of flopped a little bit at first, but it picked up in views as I posted it, which a lot of my videos do, for the record. Like I said before, I think in my last video, some videos I post them, they do well right away. Some videos they do decent and they kind of stay that way. Some videos I post them, they flop, they stay that way. And then the last one is I post it kind of flops, and then over time it just gradually rises in views. So very thankful for that as well. And it's just interesting because like hundreds of thousands of hours of video are uploaded on YouTube every single day, if not billions, if I'm not mistaken. And so you would think someone would have already uploaded an album reaction to this, but they didn't. They just uploaded individual songs. So it's kind of interesting whenever I find something, I'm like, oh, I want to do a video on that. I'm like, oh, people have already done a video on it, and they haven't. So it's kind of cool in that regard, and it kind of like opens me up to like a new audience. That's definitely cool as well. The next video that I did was my reaction to Flo's The Lead EP. This took me around an hour and 38 minutes to edit. So I remember seeing this announced on Twitter, and I forgot they're British, so I thought it was going to be coming out like this month in August. And then I saw something like, oh, like it's already about to be out in a few days. I was like, oh yeah. So then I was like, you know what? I don't really have ideas for this week or whatever. So I was like, I might as well just do this video instead. And it's always a balance for me doing these videos because I want to have some contemporary stuff that I'm really interested in. And then of course I want to go back into older stuff that I haven't discovered and just like appreciate that. So there has to be a good mix. Sometimes I'm making a bunch of videos on older albums, and so I'm just waiting for something new to come out that I really like. So it was kind of a balance there. So I was happy that it came out when it did. But I was like, you know what? I should honestly go check this out. And I'm glad that I did, I will say. So my second edit is the one that you saw. The first one did not get copyright claimed or anything. There was just a few little bits in the edit that I didn't like. So I was like, you know what? Let me go and take those out real quick. And then I had to add in the little voiceover at the end whenever I was talking about their influences and all that. So I did that real quick, and then I uploaded that as well. And then fun fact about this, after I recorded this video, I really liked it, but there was other stuff I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll like this stuff even more to post, and then I can post this like on another day, something like that, like multiple videos in a week, that kind of situation. And I'm like, if I just record something else while I already record this, I don't have to get ready the next day and do another video. So that was kind of like my rationale there. So I tried to record like 2 or 3 other reactions, didn't really like those albums at all. I scrapped those, and then I just uploaded this video, and it's something that's done well for me, so I'm really thankful for that. And like I said, this was a fun little EP to react to, and as I said before, definitely go check it out if you have not already. Really excited to see what they do in the future. The next video that I did was my reaction to Harry Styles' Late Night Talking music video. It took me around 29 minutes to edit. So the reason that I put this video out on my main channel is because I believe at the time I had a few other videos that I was thinking about doing, like sit-down videos, but I hadn't finished writing them. Like sometimes for videos, they're really hard for me to write, and it just takes more time for me to like get into everything. Sometimes I have to take a break from stuff, and then I have to come back to it, and then I like have like a refreshed sense of what I want to say. Like I said for the Ariana Grande Sweetener video that got delayed multiple times for multiple reasons, and I came back and finished that. But anyways, that was like kind of the case here, and so I was kind of like picking between other stuff, and I'm like, I'm just not ready with it right now, like I'll come back to it later. And so that's why I posted it on my main channel instead of my second channel, because my philosophy has mainly been like, if it is a new song and it's like premiering with the video as well, I'll just react to that on the main channel if it's a new song that I'm really interested in. If it's a music video for a song that I've already reacted to, I'll probably do it on this channel. But if it's a situation where I don't have any ideas ready for the main channel and I need a video, I will put it over there. So this was one of those kind of situations, but I could appreciate the music video for what it is. Honestly, it was different than what I was expecting for it to be, but I still do like the song. It was something that didn't really take that much effort for me to put together, and so you really do love to see it. And the video did okay for me. It would have done a lot better if I was able to post it earlier, but all these artists post all their videos like early for me, and so I'm not able to record my videos until later, so I have to wait hours after that. And for a lot of stuff, the longer you wait, the less views that you're gonna get. So it kind of is what it is. The video did all right for me. I'm thankful for that at the end of the day. I like how my thumbnail turned out. The next video that I did was my unpopular opinions music edition part 3. This took me around 2 hours and 4 minutes to edit. So I did 2 takes of this video, and I used most of the second take, and then I used part of the first take, like 2 or 3 clips or something like that. And a quick side note, I don't know why I said If I Was Your Man for Bruno Mars. It's When I Was Your Man. I didn't notice that until I was watching the video a few weeks later, and I don't know why I didn't think to look it up or whatever, but it is what it is. So that's definitely something. But as I've said before, a lot of my sit down videos, I do 2 takes for them. The first take is usually me kind of like finding out how I want to say things, because I write my notes down so I don't forget anything. I think I know how I want to say it, but then I record it and then I think of something else I want to add on and whatever it is. And so then I'm like, okay, this is like kind of how I want to do it. That's kind of like what the first take is, mainly just like kind of like me feeling it out and being like, okay, this is exactly how I want to approach the video. And like I said before, a lot of times in my videos, I stumble over my words and I mess up what I'm going to say. There's this whole thing of me talking fast, like I say. It's just how I naturally talk. Sometimes I talk slower, sometimes I talk faster. And you could say, oh, well, just talk slower. But I trip up over my words the same, if not more, whenever I'm talking slower. I think the reason I talk so fast, again, is just because I'm trying to keep up with the speed that my mind is going. I feel like if I don't say it whenever I think of it, I'm going to forget it. And like I said, I can be spontaneous with this. So like, I feel like most of it's what I've written down, but then I'm also going off the cuff as well. So I kind of don't want to forget and whatever. And so it's kind of there. So I usually mess up a lot in the first take, and it's just like, it is what it is. And then I always go and film a second take. And 9 times out of 10, I like the second take better, and that's normally the one I go with. Sometimes I splice in little clips from the first take. Sometimes I do go with the first take, but not very often. The second take is pretty much always better. I'm pretty sure for this video I didn't put the pictures as I go along because I just didn't feel like it, and then I went back in and then added those on, of course. And then this is the first video that I had my little floor lamp in, so you can kind of see that like in the reflection of my glasses dancing in my eyes, which is really annoying. And basically I watched this video and this guy was talking about lighting, and he said just turn your light the other way. So that's what I did for like this one light, because it's 2 lights. So I turned one light the other way, and now it doesn't really dance in my eyes as much. You can't really see it as much, which is really good. But yeah, that kind of like annoyed me, but it definitely does help with the lighting situation, so I was thankful for it in that regard. But this was a really fun video for me to do, again showing another side to my personality. I was talking with my cousin recently, and she was like, oh, show off more of your personality in your videos. Like I said, I think I'm funnier in real life than I am in my videos. I think it's like a situational thing, and whatever it is. In my videos, I try not to go off the cuff too much. I can't just sit down and record a video and have no notes for it, because I'm gonna forget everything that I want to say. Like, I have a general idea, but there'll be that one little thing and I'm like, I should have written it down. So I would rather write down and just like go in there. Like I said, I'm a multifaceted person. There's a lot of different sides to me, and I feel like I displayed them all throughout this channel and my main channel. It really just depends on how I feel that day. Sometimes I'm in a more relaxed mood. Sometimes I'm more fiery in terms of like my delivery, like I'm more passionate about what I'm saying. Sometimes it's more like upbeat. It just depends on like what it brings out of me, especially like in terms of reactions and whatever. It's just how I feel that day, and so like it is what it is. But I always enjoy doing the unpopular opinions videos because it does show a different side of me and whatever, and so that's definitely cool in that regard. So I always really enjoy it because I feel like I show more so that side of me on this channel sometimes, depending on what I'm talking about. But like I said, it's just really how I feel for the day. I'm not trying to come on and put this like big facade and have it be different than who I really am. It's just like it is what it is and whatever. And like I said before, I'm not gonna try to be funny in my videos because whenever I try, it just makes me cringe. If something funny comes out, it comes out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I just think I'm more funny in real life anyways. But it kind of is what it is in that regard. But I really quite enjoyed doing that video. Again, I'm pretty sure I had a video that I was working on writing, but I just wasn't finished with it yet. So I was like, you know what? I might as well do this video because I don't like to do the unpopular opinions videos until I've racked up a bunch. Like me saying everything in these videos, I have been writing it down for like months, just finding like a little thing that annoys me. It's been a while since I've done one, and that video just ate. I feel like I went off, and just something fun overall. And even though it was something that was more so kind of last minute, I had to add in like a few little things I was thinking of. I really liked the result of it. The next video that I did was on this channel, and it was me unboxing my Aaliyah self-titled vinyl from Vinyl Me Please. Took me around 29 minutes and 39 seconds to edit, and this was another fun video for me to do. Really glad to have an Aaliyah vinyl in the collection. The next video that I did was my revisit with me on Lorde's Melodrama album. This took me around 2 hours, 49 minutes, and 5 seconds to edit. I had a good time doing this video, something that I was excited to do. And I realized that I needed to put 2 Genius cards a little bit higher in the screen. Like, I think it was like the second time I was watching the video, but it's really not that big of a deal. If that's the biggest thing I messed up in a video, then that is great in my personal opinion, because I messed up worse, but it is what it is in that regard. But I was glad to do this video, something fun, something for the summertime. The views kind of flopped, but it is what it is. Like I said, not everything is about views. I just want this to be about my enjoyment. The next video that I did was me sharing my opinions on Rina Sawayama's Sawayama album. It took me around around an hour and 29 minutes to edit. So this was a video that I've been meaning to do for a bit, something I had in the back burner. On my notes app, I have a bunch of video ideas and it was stacked in there, and at a certain point I was going to get to it, and then I think I had other things I just wanted to do more. So whenever a subscriber suggested that I do this video, I was like, oh yeah, I really want to do that video. And so this was one of the videos that I was talking about, like I was working on writing it, but I wasn't finished with it yet. And then there's like 2 other ones that I'm still not really done with, like I've kind of moved on to other stuff and I'll get back to it at some point. So I hope to do those 2 later, but I'm glad that I got to do this video, I will say. So I did 2 takes for this video. I'm pretty sure both were like 35-40 minutes, something around there. And I used most of the second take and a little part from the first take there. And again, in terms of the views of this video, it kind of flopped, but it is what it is there. I really liked how the thumbnail turned out, I will say. Glad to have a video on Rena finally out on the channel. Really excited for her new album. Still have not heard any of the singles from it. That's actually coming out this next month, so that'll be cool. Next video that I did was on this channel, my thoughts on Janet's Essence performance, Beyonce's Renaissance covers and track list, and more. So this was a really fun video for me to do. I really enjoyed recording this thing. And so like I said in one of my previous videos, for the videos on the second channel, these like longer, like 40-minute videos, whenever I'm talking about a bunch of different topics, usually I just film one take because a lot of times I'm talking for like an hour and a half straight. My voice is shot. I just do not want to do it again. If I mess something up, then I will just add a voiceover or like text on the screen. Like, it is what it is. I'm not doing it again. And so with this video, I tried to film like the first part talking about Janet, but I kept messing it up. So like that's all I had for like the first take, but I didn't film everything else. So I stopped it there, and then I effectively started over, recorded every single thing for that, and then I even re-recorded some parts because I didn't like how I did it in like my first actual take of that video, and then I kind of just pieced everything together. And as always, there's a lot of editing for these videos, just pictures and videos and just making sure I get everything right, and of course the voiceovers, which like I said I hate doing, but it's a lot better because like I said, I actually have a dedicated microphone for my voiceovers now. It's the Shure MV7, I'm pretty sure, and it sounds so much better than having to use my actual headphones, and I don't have to like hold them up close right here so where you can actually hear me. So that has made the process a little bit better in terms of my voiceovers. Like I said, I still hate doing them because I mess them up over and over and over again. So generally, I try to have notes that are like thorough enough for me to get my points across, and I don't miss anything, so where I don't have to do the voiceover. But for a fair amount of my videos, I do, but it kind of is what it is in that regard. But I really enjoyed how this video turned out overall. Something I think I noticed for this video in particular, and maybe it's not even this video and I'm confusing it with another video, I think I left a few of like my breaths in. Sometimes I leave them in depending on just like whatever it is, like the factors. Sometimes it's just more to edit it out and it like sounds off. But if it's like a big breath or just it really annoys me, I edit most of them out. So that was something that annoyed me in that regard. But like I said, I try to focus on the big picture stuff. So as long as I don't really mess any of that up, I'm not really as upset. It kind of is what it is. Something that I wanted to add for this video is, like I've said before, on my TikTok, I post little snippets of my videos on there. And so for this one, I just posted the part whenever I was talking about Janet's Essence Fest performance, and that actually gained a little bit of traction for me, and that led this video to getting more views than I originally anticipated. So I'm thankful for that, and generally I'm thankful for this channel and like the way that the views have picked up on here over the past few months. So thank you to everyone for watching the videos. Of course, it means a lot. The next video that I did was ranking Mariah Carey's eras. This took me around 3 hours and 37 minutes to edit. So the thing with this video is I was torn between this video and ranking her album covers. I couldn't decide which one I wanted to do. So then I put up a poll on my community tab and you guys voted for this one. And as I saw how the results are going, I'm like, dang, I really wanted to do the album covers. You know, I didn't realize what I wanted until I saw the poll going in the way that it didn't want. And so it kind of is what it is. I would go on to rank her album covers the next month. And so this one was so much work for me to do because I kind of didn't really know how I want to approach it. It's a lot easier for me to go in and rank the songs on her albums, for example, just sharing my opinions in detail here or there. But this one, I kind of just had to approach it a little bit differently there. So I think I jotted down a few notes that I had in terms of my thoughts. I don't think I really finished this video till like a day before, honestly. And that's what's been happening with a lot of my videos. I'll write them like a day before, 2 days before. Sometimes I'll even finish it up on the day of. It really depends on the video. Sometimes I think of something like, oh, I have to add that in the notes really quick. And so basically, I didn't even go and find all the pictures that you see throughout this video until like the night before, and it took me hours to do. Shout out to MariahCareyNetwork.com because they had me. So I just basically went, I found my favorite pictures from each era and kind of like compiled them, and then of course I waited until I finished recording the video and I was editing it to move everything over from my computer to my phone, which is annoying. Basically what I should do for a lot of my videos is send all the media that I need in terms of photo and video and like whatever it is to my computer and have it all saved and labeled, so it's just easier for me to go throughout the process and I don't have to spend a bunch of time like in between going back and forth. And sometimes that's what I do. Sometimes I'll just like edit the video and then I'm like, oh, I need this part, and then I'll send it to myself, which is really annoying. But yeah, that was kind of like annoying in itself, but it was in my notes app, so what I was able to do basically is kind of just like use the mouse and just drag that over to the desktop and label it, which was still work because I had to go in and just manually label everything so I could tell everything apart. And like I said, there was a lot of pictures in that video, so it was a lot editing it. And I think on the screen right now I'm going to have a screen recording that I had from Final Cut Pro just so you can see exactly how many pictures I did, and just lining that up is an entire thing. And like I said before, in Final Cut Pro what I like to do is, let's say like this is the clip. So if the clip is 5 seconds, I want to shorten it to 4 seconds and just like have it like that easily. It starts off to where you can do that basically, but I always mess up somewhere in the program to where the transition is not as abrupt from like 5 to 4 seconds or like whatever it is, and it's like this little slider and it's just not as sharp, and so that just throws me off because then it's harder for me to line up pictures or text or whatever it is, and then I have to basically zoom in on the timeline a lot, and I can kind of line it up that way, but it's just really annoying for me to do. I'd rather not put up with that, and it can be challenging lining up multiple things in the program whenever that like thing happens. And like I said, that's like the best remedy I can find for the situation, but it just temporarily fixes it. It doesn't automatically fix it. And so I still to this day have not figured out how to fix that in the program yet. Sometimes I can get it to go back and I'm like, yay, but I don't know how I did it. And so I tried to look it up. I can't find anything on it. So if any of you have experience editing with Final Cut Pro and you know what I'm talking about, then please let me know. Again, I try to explain it the best that I can, but I feel like if you don't edit videos, then you'll have no idea what I'm talking about. But yeah, of course that happened. So that was definitely irritating, and just so many pictures, and then so I have to do that on top of me editing and whatever. So that's like an entire thing. So with all the pictures and everything, it did take a bit for me to get this video right, I will say. And of course there's other pictures that I liked, but I already had a lot, as you can see, and so I was like, I have to limit it. I can't have absolutely everything, so it was kind of there. And then I also had to research to make sure that a certain picture was from a certain era and year, because some things I thought were from one era and I'm like, no, I was wrong, and just making sure I had everything correct. Like I said, in general, it's important for me to have the right information for my videos. I try to do well on that and just make sure I have everything correct. But especially for my Mariah videos, I really like to go the extra mile. So there's like a few things I'm like, okay, I need to make sure that I am right on this and whatever. And so I had to make sure everything was right for the pictures and like for little things that I said, and I had to add in a voiceover and like all that stuff. So that's why it took me so long to put this video together necessarily, and just editing down the clips and whatever. So I messed up this edit several times, which is frustrating. I hate whenever I finish the edit, I upload it, I watch, and I'm like, dang, I messed that thing up, because then I have to go back and do everything all over again, and it's more time consuming. So messing it up several times is even more frustrating for me. And I remember I didn't have my ranking recap on there, and I was like, oh, forget it, like I just don't even want to go back and do it again. But then I was like, you know, I have had it in all my Mariah videos, and I think there was something else I messed up. Sometimes I edit videos and there will be one small thing that I mess up, and I'm like, okay, like it kind of bothers me, but I don't care that much because it's not that big of a deal. But if I go back and watch the video and there's another thing I don't like, and then there's another thing on top of that, I'm like, okay, I might as well just like fix everything basically, because like I'm already in the program, might as well get everything to my liking there. And so that's kind of like what happened there. But yeah, messed up the edit several times, had to keep re-uploading it, and mind you, I was up all night working on my video, so that's another nail in the coffin there as well. And one of the times I uploaded it, I accidentally made it public, which was frustrating because it's not supposed to do that. As I said, I don't want the video to go public until I finished everything with the end screen, with the cards, making sure the video is right, with the description, everything. I have to make sure everything's good before you can see it. And that is an entire thing. And this is something that happened to me, I think it was like 2 second channel videos ago, so that was like irritating to deal with there. And yeah, it was a lot getting this video right, but I'm glad with how it turned out. And I remember seeing my analytics whenever I posted the video. I'm like, this got a few more views than I thought it was going to get. And that's because my TikTok that I posted gained traction. It has like over 100 likes on it, which I really was happy to see. And you know, I go and I post my little TikToks for my video, and I'm like, I hope they do something, but I never really expect too much. Like if it does something, that would be be absolutely great, but I'm not going to get my hopes up. And so that's definitely something that I wanted to state. So whenever something does do well for me, I'm really thankful for that. So that was definitely something that helped my video as well. And so that kind of like gained a little bit more traction to it. So it got more views than I was expecting generally, which is nice because I did spend a lot of time just getting this video right in terms of the pictures and everything we were already discussing today. And the last video that I uploaded in July is going to be my reaction to Beyonce's Renaissance album. This took me around 4 hours and 49 minutes to edit. So I'm pretty sure my first upload made the cut for it, which is good. The problem with this video is the lighting. If you look at this video, you'll see the lighting shift a lot. And basically, the way that I know how to describe it is like the ring light that I have for all my videos, it has a setting of like warm and cool. I turn those all the way up for every single video that I do. And sometimes it kind of like shifts in between and it like is what it is. But normally like it goes back. I don't really tend to have much problems with it in that regard, even though it's kind of annoying. But I don't know what happened to it in that video. I think it was just done. It was like flashing a lot throughout that video. So basically what I did is I chose the balance color option to try to like make it better. So that's why it's doing that. And so that was really annoying to do it throughout the entire video. And I think I just did it on select clips. So yeah, that's kind of also why the video took me that long to do. And that was really frustrating. That's never happened to me in a video before. And so luckily I did buy a new ring light. And so I opened that up and that is what I'm using right now. Although I think I might change my lighting again. But yeah, that's never happened to me on a video before. I thought about addressing it in the description or like whatever it is, but I'm like, I'll just come and explain it here because I can explain it a lot better here than in like a paragraph of words. So like kind of is what it is there. And so that was really frustrating to deal with, especially like on a Beyonce video. But that is what happened there. And something else for this Beyonce video is I did change the thumbnail a few times just to kind of like play with the algorithm because sometimes that does help. I did add a few tags to the video. I posted a few TikToks. My Alien Superstar one did pretty well for me, so I'm glad that I went with my instincts and I posted that because I knew that that was going to be hit on the album. I was absolutely right. And so basically, I think with the TikTok and just like people watching it and enjoying it, it picked up in the algorithm more because I didn't think it was going to hit 1,000 views. I wanted it to happen, but I'm like, if it doesn't, like it is what it is. I'm still thankful for what I have. But like with all that combined, it actually did end up hitting over 1,000 views, which is really nice. I'm thankful for whenever a video is able to achieve that. And so that is going to be it for all the content that I've done in July. And sitting here recapping it, it feels like July was so long ago. And that's why I try to film these videos in a timely manner and everything, because now I have a lot of stuff that I've done this month that I really like to talk about, but now I have to wait a few weeks to get to that. And so basically what happened with the video today and the reason why it is later than I would like to have had it out is, again, I'm always busy with my main channel, so that's my first priority there, one. And then two, a lot of times in these videos, you know, I have my recap for the past month to talk about, so that's already set. I always have to find topics, though, that I would like to discuss and have in the video so people will be inclined to watch the video, because I put hours into editing this thing. I want people to enjoy it and want to click on it, and so I always have to wait for topics to build up, and then by the time topics build up, then I'm like, okay, I can do the video. But like I said, I was busy with my main channel and just like life and other things, so it always gets put on the back burner. But I was like, you know, I have to sit down today and film this or it's not going to come out. And as I said before, I like to have these videos out before the next month ends. So August is about to end. I had to get this done today, have to edit it and whatever. But I am really, really glad to be back. Like I said before, I do have vinyls that I want to open, and I'm going to do everything I can to finally have that out next month, because I've had these for like over a month and something, and I've been meaning to get to them, but everything else just keeps popping up and I have not had the time really. And obviously I had to do this video today because this is going to take priority because of the recap and whatnot. But yeah, my goal is to have that out next month, and of course my recap and everything. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, give it a like down below. It helps me out a lot in the YouTube algorithm. I very much appreciate it. You can subscribe right down below for more videos like this. If you hit the bell, you get a notification to your phone when I post, so you not miss when new videos come out. The first link down below in the description will be my main channel. You can check out my latest video on there. I'm also going to have my Twitter, my Instagram, my Spotify if you'd like to follow me. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one.